I did want to make sure I was gay, kind of like, when you're reviewing on Amazon, you're looking at the reviews. So after that relationship, I did sleep with one of my good friends because he was like, we should have sex. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Because it's good to, it's just.
Can you unpack that a little bit?
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad.
To drag out horse.
No.
Irene, too, is off camera today. It's funny because she's not hungover. She doesn't drink. She's just tired. Like, straight up tired.
Do you drink?
I'll drink a little. I don't, go crazy. I noticed you were putting it, but I had 2 free drinks yesterday.
2 free?
Yeah, they brought me 2
What are they
cans
gonna pay
of Miller
for it?
Lite.
I
really will nurse my, I bought, I wasn't quite finished the second one. I brought it home to the hotel with me. I'm not going to waste it. Yeah.
You were like, I got to take this Miller Lite home?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was watching what you were drinking.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very, I think it says so
wait,
much.
you were watching what I was drinking?
Well, when I left,
Yeah.
I saw a Miller Lite and I went, interesting. It's the one beer I won't drink.
Oh, why?
It's I know it's the same as Bud Light and all that other ones, but for me, it tastes sweet.
Oh, you know what? If I'm going to have beer, it's got to be very light.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. I'll drink any light drink, but I won't drink something hard. I won't have like a vodka soda or whatever people are having.
Everyone's having a vodka soda.
Like
I
won't do something hard. So for me, a light beer, I'm part of the party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm involved.
Do you get drunk really fast? Is that why?
I don't love feeling drunk, but I like. I don't know. I like just like the having a drink. It brings me, it's more of like we're now in relax mode.
It just changes the mode.
It changes the vibe.
Okay.
Yeah. But I would not like to feel like, I don't like to feel like,
seem like
it's not like I haven't been drunk, but like a wedding or something, like I don't like that. I'm never doing really that.
You seem like you like control. Is that true?
I don't know. I really don't.
Have you ever felt out of control?
Yeah. I mean, I feel totally out of control today. My flight was canceled. I have absolutely no control on this shutdown. I was just asking Irene. I didn't even know a government could shut down. To me, it was like a pharmacy. Like, it's always open. If you, let's say you need some type of EpiPen or whatever, you can go into the pharmacy. Emergency pharmacy is there.
Yeah. During college, my friend studied abroad in Italy, and he told me that the government's shut down, and I was like, what does that mean? I didn't know what that meant. I still don't really know. I know that some things are confused. Open, some things are not.
Yeah.
The military's on.
Why
Flights
aren't
are
people
off.
being like, I'm like, okay, the government shut down. Why can't Delta pay people? Like, I don't understand why people have to not be paid if it's shut down.
I think TSA is the government.
Oh, okay.
So TSA.
So it's TSA. It's not the flight attendants, and it's not. What about the people? The
it's
flight
the
controllers. What's it called?
Comptroller.
The controllers.
Comptroller.
Yeah. Air traffic control.
Yeah.
Is that government or
Government.
that's Delta? Oh, it's
government.
It's government.
But if it's shut down, why are we still paying taxes?
Thank you.
Well, which taxes? I mean, you only pay yearly taxes or sales tax. Sales tax is state, and then you pay once a year.
Wait, low key, Colton knows his shit, eh? Like you having it together is like the last thing on my bingo card.
That's because I don't identify as a person with it together.
But you really are.
I have weekly finance meetings with my husband, and we just bought a sugarcane field.
What is a sugarcane field?
It's a field that they grow sugarcane on in Louisiana. He's from the swamps of Louisiana, and his family tree is really weird, so I don't really understand who he bought it from, but it's like his grandpappy's mama's boudreaux.
Okay, yeah, this is getting... I'm in Texas, guys. Robby Hoffman, here in the South, there's no question. Go on.
Well, that's in Louisiana, but that's where he's from. And so we just figured, hey, 11 acres, $45,000, we'll become sugarcane farmers.
I can't wait. This is fucking amazing.
And his granny is going to give us 11 acres more, so we're going to get more sugarcane fields.
Now, what do you do with sugarcane? You make sugar?
So technically, I think we're sharecroppers, But we did get to pick the farmer, and we chose a white lesbian.
What do you mean you get to pick the farmer?
Because, we don't farm the field.
Okay, you're too pretty for that.
Well, we also don't live there.
Oh, because it's in Louisiana.
That's right.
Okay, so this dyke is going to be running the crops.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be giving you the yields.
And then she'll come up to we have a wooden table, and then we get paid in like coins, and we kind of go like, where are your taxes and stuff.
This is like you've reversed the clock. We're now in 1870.
Okay. How fun.
I'm obsessed.
It is.
But that's having your shit together. You know what? It was interesting. I was thinking like, it was such a risk going into comedy. I think people, because like I had a 9 to 5, like I grew up so poor, and then I was like, oh, I could become an accountant.
Is that what you tried to do?
Yeah, I became an accountant.
Okay.
Because I got into school. But my mother was always like, school's not for everyone. She told us this all the time, which is like, she was always discouraging school because it was expensive. So most of my family didn't go to school.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I feel like I could get into school. In my head, I was thinking like, what does it take to apply? Like, let me see. What's this essay?
Yeah.
Like, what is it? So I applied and I got in. And then once I got in, I got into McGill in Montreal.
Okay.
We were living in Montreal.
Okay.
My mother's Canadian. My parents' marriage fell apart. My mother is from Montreal. We moved back there for free healthcare, et cetera, et cetera.
Speak French?
So, yes. Tu parles français?
Un peu.
Un peu. Oh, because, the South has some French.
I modeled in Paris when I was 19.
Oh, okay. Wow, excuse me.
Hey, didn't have a green card. I lost all my gigs and I got sent back, and I was living in a brothel for a week.
Right, Mr. Deported over here.
Yeah, and that's why I stand up for the immigrants.
Thank you. I don't need a personal reason to stand up for the immigrants. I'm here for the immigrants. Fuck ICE. Even if something doesn't personally affect me,
God,
I can
that's
support
a good
you.
point too. And
Yeah, I can personally, I can personally go through some other things. You can go through some shit is shit, and I support you. But I think that doing comedy. So then I got into school, and then I had a meeting with the. I was on. I had a scholarship for 1 year, and then I was on subsidy for the other year. If you were like. If you didn't have any money.
In my mind, Canada universities are free. Is that
They're
not true?
close to free. This was this is the best school. It happened to be in the town that I was living in. It happened to be in Montreal. So I was like, I feel like I should apply to that school.
Yeah.
It's like the Oxford of Canada. It's like I was like, what if I fucking Goodwill Hunting this shit? What if I fucking get into this shit?
And there's like, thank you. You can finally have somebody who understands accounts receivable.
No, literally. So the only reason I ended up in accounting was because I spoke to an academic advisor there, and she was like, I was like, but I, because I really did need to work full time. I wasn't sure if like, oh, am I going to be able to do school? But I was like, what's the least amount of school I could do for the most amount of payoff? And how can I start like working immediately? Like, what's the degree that's like the shortest? And she was like, in accounting and finance, you can get a job this summer. Like the firm will hire you as soon as this summer. So I could work I was working almost full time at a coffee shop, but doing school full time. I was doing like 30 hours, close to 35.
Okay.
And managing, 4 or 5 classes a semester, which is 4 was still full time, but I wanted to do 5. But then as soon as I got to the summer, I'd be working full time, which I was thrilled about. And so that's why I ended up being an accountant, because I was like,
did you
they'll
finish
give you a job. Yeah, they'll give you a job that summer. Plus they gave me a laptop for keeps. I didn't have a laptop. So now, once they gave me the laptop, my second year at school, I'm like the other kids, I got a fucking laptop now. I'm taking notes. I got my PowerPoints up, because before that, I would just print the PowerPoints at the library, and I would write on them. That's how I took notes versus like in the shit. So second year, I show up, and the laptop, I thought they would let you keep it just for the summer that you're working. But I was like, they were like, oh yeah, you can have it for the year. And I'm like,
that is such a poor kid journey. For keeps?
Literally.
So funny.
I was so happy.
I also love that your college advisor, you're like, what should I do? She's like, have you heard of H&R Block?
Literally. And I was like, great. And it was honestly, it was a good job. And, but then when then when I started like not being like that poor, like when I was paid every 2 weeks, it's so funny because the first time I saw direct deposit, because I remember getting my check and it didn't have the check. There was no fucking check on my check. So I go to HR. I was working at KPMG, this accounting firm that hired me for the summer. And I still, God bless you, what a phenomenal experience. And we were going to get paid every 2 weeks, which I loved. But there was no check. And she was like, it's already in your account. I never even considered, because you have shitty jobs before that. You're working McDonald's, you're working whatever, like where they give you a check. And I'm like,
did you also work at
wow,
McDonald's?
this is class. I remember thinking, this is some classy shit right here.
I love that.
This is pure
I want to go
class.
everywhere nice with you. Where's have you been to a palace yet?
To what?
A palace.
Oh, I've done everything now.
Yeah.
All I like is nice things. See, I love money and riches.
Right.
It's all I wanted. As a kid, I'm like, if I could get my... So I love all that stuff, but I appreciate all of it. I kind of live like a rapper in that sense. Like, it was all a dream. And now I get to and
I want to know.
Sip champagne in the limousine. Like, now I do... I get that. Like, even having, like, when you're wearing, you're wearing these knockoff Canal Street Gucci shoes or whatever.
I thought they were Gucci too, and maybe they are, but they sell Zahoo McQueen's.
I used to talk about this. I only, we shopped at this store called Pitt, which is like a Payless, before Canada had Payless, and it was just, I always had knockoffs, and it was hard. I remember wanting like good shoes. Like, I remember every kid wanted Jordans.
I think they still do.
Yeah, and I had like the
did.
Shacks, and I've talked about this in comedy. It's like the Shack wasn't cutting it. Now I respect Shaq for putting out a $12 shoe. Yeah,
yeah.
He put out his version, of like a basketball shoe, but I felt like pulling down my pants. I didn't want to show off my Shacks.
So you never got some Air Force? You never got to stomp in your Air Force Ones?
I never had that type of shoe. No, I only had imitation shoes. Well into my 20s, probably.
So as a kid, how did you imagine riches? You were like, if I had money, I would have like opportunity, or you're like, if I had money, I would live in a velvet bed.
I thought my house would be clean. I associated riches with like neat. Also because I grew up with like cockroaches and just in such a disgusting... we always had like
cockroaches
cracks.
in Montreal?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize they got up there that far. I thought it was cold.
New York, Montreal, there's cockroaches.
Okay.
Yeah, on the East Coast, it's not good. But yeah, it was like we always had like lice and just like we just could never get the bug population under control in the house. Like, I don't know. My mother would have, I'm one of 10. I have 9 siblings. So if one person got lice, and my mother was constantly doing the Nix shampoo, and we had an exterminator, maybe would come once a year, and the roaches would die down. But then unless you like fix the house, like they're back in soon.
Was your mom not even poor? She just had 9 fucking kids? Was
she had
a single?
10 kids, but I have 9 siblings. No, she was extremely poor.
Right, because of the 10 fucking
Well,
kids.
yeah, but also she didn't, we were on government assistance because she didn't, she was feeding and washing, she was like, when I talk about full-time mom, like, she was doing maybe 6-7 loads of laundry a day.
Yeah.
She cooked every meal. We didn't eat out or anything like that. So she's like making stew in a crock pot this big. But
where do you fall in the 10?
I'm 7th. All to say, and I'm going to bring it back to the original point. One point was the riches. When I moved out at 17, 18-ish that school year. And I lived in a very a small apartment, not on campus, not on everything. So when I went to McGill, people had dorm or this and that. I lived way off campus, but it was like a studio. And I just kept it so neat. Like, I realized like I felt so much wealthier. Like, I'm like, what can I do? Like, it's a dump.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was $435 Canadian a month. It was phenomenal in that sense. But it was, you know, and I was like, if I keep neat, like, and I started like just making my bed, keeping clean, not keeping a lot of stuff. Obviously, when you live like 10 kids plus my great uncle and my mother in a 2 or 3 bedroom, it's even if you have no stuff, you have stuff just because
2
you're
or 3
a person.
bedroom. Were this bunks and bunks and bunks?
Yeah, we were in bunk beds.
Just 2 bunk beds each room?
No, my brother slept in the basement, which was like just a basement, and there was 2 bunk beds.
Uh-huh.
Four boys were there, and then upstairs my mother had her own room, and me and my sisters had a room,
Mm-hmm.
and there was one room for my great uncle.
Okay.
And it was and he was like, you know, in his 80s and pissing everywhere, and
Yeah.
it was his house we moved into. Anyway, that's for another day. But anyway, when I moved out, I started feeling richer just keeping clean,
Mm-hmm.
because I had seen like Usher videos or where they get out and they got the white towels. You know, they get out of the shower and they're like clean, or Puff Daddy's got the white towel. Like there was something like very like clean about the videos.
Uh-huh.
Like they
Well, they
always
have
had
room
like
for
a
storage.
new towel. So I would keep like 2 white towels.
Wait,
or
were
like,
you talking about hard towels last night?
Yeah.
My husband was sitting there going like, I grew up with the same towels. And I was like, okay, thank you. I
The
didn't
same
know.
towels. But to me, like having a white towel, like to me, neatness,
Uh-huh.
having like space, like where nothing is in it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I'm in this suit. I just had my bed.
Mhm.
I had a little table.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't have to put nothing else. Like just because there's space, just having space to be space. These are like rich ideas that I started really,
Uh-huh.
you know, liking. And then to go back to starting stand up, it feels like a risk. And now with AI and whatever, like it felt like, oh, I was leaving my accounting job that was really secure. And I was a type of kid who needed security. And then I was like, I'm going to try and work for myself. Now, when I look at people working 9 to 5s, and most people, a lot of people have to, and I don't know what the state of that type of job is going to be, but I'm just like, kind of, I almost like why I really respect the farm that you guys built, because like while you're working for someone else, like you're working this 9, like you could be out there making money,
Right.
trying to make money for yourself. Like I know it seems like crazy, like to do that, because you're like, oh, I have this job and they pay me, but it's like while you're working for that, like I don't know, on a sense it almost feels more secure that you guys have this farm,
Right.
that you're gonna at least be in charge. Like, okay, I just have to make my own money for me,
Right.
you know, and me and for him, you know. I don't know, there's like a
So-
sense of like my stability meters have changed over time, and especially I think for everyone, you know, with the advent of AI, we have like, I think we're moving to a very big pivot society. Like, can you pivot? Can you do other things?
Mm-hmm.
And also what stability means overall has changed. Like I find your farm idea and me doing stand up and working gig to gig like a lot more stable than if this company is going to keep me through the
Oh, yeah.
winter or keep me through next year or keep me, you know what I mean? Because it's like all I have to do, I don't have to make money for this huge company.
Yeah.
I just have to make enough money for me,
Yeah.
you know, in a sense, when you're working for yourself. So it feels now, after doing it for so long, it does feel a little more in control.
Mm-hmm.
And it does feel a little more stable. See how I brought everything back, control and stability and the
Themes.
that
and
was it. That was all to say that.
That's
I'm a
great.
very long-winded, you know, I'm a, what did Trump say? The weave? He's a New Yorker. I think we weave. We're big weave talkers.
Eddie Pepitone has that bit. He goes, I come from a long line of weavers.
Okay, so perfect. And Eddie Pepitone. That checks out because we're all weavers. Yeah. But you asked me like such a simple question, and a half hour later we're like,
well,
back
that's
to it.
I do think it does impact so much of, you know, how what you were given and resource availability as a kid translates to how you treat your partner. So my husband, and I joke that when I first went to his parents' house, his mom's house, it's the poorest place I've ever been, and I've been to Haiti, but I never had to go into the people's houses in Haiti, so it felt worse.
Yeah, it's really bad.
So the sugarcane farm, they make, I think crop yield is like $2,000 a year. Like it's pennies. So like
Yeah.
owning this much sugarcane field, we're gonna need a lot more field to like actually make it be money. But he comes from the scarcity mentality where he has to have a 9 to 5, where it's like this, and this.
Yes.
Where it's consistency because there's a path and he can see it.
Yeah, my family. Yeah, and I've been on that too, and that is a consistency. I'm just not sure that one or the other is more consistent now. I think in the beginning, yes, but then if your business is reached a point where it can, generate itself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, yes, but then maybe 10 years in, okay, we're at the same level of stability to some extent because you could be let go. The work here could dry up. Like, I don't know. There's just, I guess stability just doesn't exist anymore in the ways that we.
I don't think it does either.
Yeah.
But I think the one factor that is taken away when you own your own business is no one's going to fire you.
Exactly.
So like your business still can go under, but it's all up to you, and you're not going to have some guy women like, we hired my son. I've never worked in corporate really.
Yeah, no, that's insane. No, that's never happened either. We hired my son.
I think that happens in movies.
No, yeah, in movies it does. But also if the boss's kid is at your work, like it's just the boss's kid. You're not even.
Okay, you've done that?
Yeah, you always it's like having nepos. It's like, okay. And even now, like I'm on, some big television shows where and they're lovely, but I'm like, and it's like, oh, my father,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I want you to like me, but I don't know if you can do anything yet. Is that it?
No, it's just you're always around boss's kids, even if you're at a company and the boss's kid is there. But even me on major television shows, sometimes it's the boss's kid is there, and you just go,
Yep.
Okay.
Is there, since you're one of 7,
One of 10.
Sorry, 7th of 10.
Yeah.
I was thinking 7 because I was thinking the nepotism it was not going to come from your mom, but maybe it could come from one of your siblings. Do any of them?
I love some nepotism. I'm really trying for nepotism now. I'm trying to like share, I'm bringing my brother to a live taping I'm doing. The only reason he has this invite, Shmuley, is because I'm doing it. You know what I mean? He wouldn't get tickets to the show.
Yeah.
But that's the type of nepo that I'm trying to do. I brought my sister Chaya came with me as my date to the Emmys.
Nice.
Oh, I did a great nepo thing. So they have me. So I lose the Emmy. So I'm at the Emmys.
Mm-hmm.
We wake up the morning of the Emmys. I'm nominated for not even a supporting part. Okay, it's like supporting actor part. We think it's a shoo-in. My family, my sister's like, it's a shoo-in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we walk up. We're the most confident. She's like, who's even in this category? It's like literally like Zoe Kravitz. And, and my sister's like, it's a no-brainer. Like we're walking into the place like we already have the Emmy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're there. I'm like, yes, let's get it. I'm the first award up. I immediately lose. My sister Chaya, she's like, we don't need this shit. We leave. Okay.
Incredible.
Okay. She's like, we don't need this shit. Okay. After everything. So she drags me out.
After
we're
everything?
We're leaving. Yeah. She's like, we're leaving. Okay. By the way, they've been so generous to us, sent us a car.
Yeah.
We got makeup. We don't need this shit. I totally agreed with her. I'm like, she's right. She's never been wrong, my older sister.
My husband would have made me stay.
And they're like, well, you still have to present. Like, because I'm supposed to be presenting all the cinematography categories. I have like 3 awards to present. And I'm like, I'd rather not do that anymore.
Yeah.
Sore loser, like to the max. I'm like, But my circumstances have changed.
For sure.
I said, it was a different day yesterday.
You guys should have waited until I lost for me to do that.
It's crazy.
So did
now
you go
I
back?
gotta hold somebody else's Emmy and give it to them. It's barbaric. It's inhumane.
Mm-hmm.
Who does this to a person? So anyway, they're like, well, you have 2 hours. You can't leave. So we're in the back. My sister's getting cocktails. Okay. Mm-hmm. She's like, this is fucking pathetic. We're venting to Ron Howard is literally like, it's pathetic. She's venting to Ron Howard.
What?
Yeah. And he's like, no, she was robbed. There's no question. Like, he was like really like being so cool. And we go to present. They want me to say what's in the prompter. I already know I'm not saying nothing, whatever's there. And I go and I just get up. I speak. I'm like, I lost. There's nothing to say. Yeah, everybody, So I was venting with, and then I go, you know what? In fact, my sister Chaya is here. You want to present at the Emmys? Why shouldn't she? So the security's like kind of, I'm like, and I'm thinking in my head, you're going to let Will Smith come up,
Yeah.
knock out a fuck on stage, and you're not going to let my sister coming all this way?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no, come on. And I was like, why shouldn't she present at the Emmys?
Yeah. Wait, you were saying this on stage?
Yeah. So everybody's like cheering for my sister to come on. So my sister comes on, and she was like such an astronaut. And the Emmy goes too.
Yeah.
And we were screaming for Severance. Like we were just happy that somebody won, obviously. And then they had to get her to like sign, release, whatever. But
Did she get an IMDb credit
but
for
that's
that?
that's a nepo. I
Yeah.
did a good nepo.
That's great.
I was nominated for an Emmy. My sister was there. By virtue of her being my sister, get up and let's fucking give out this cinematography award.
That's the best. I'm so glad you stayed. I'm so glad you
Yeah.
stayed because that is the best way to just really. I remember. It feels like you just told like a crazy great story, and then I'm gonna tell a very lesser story. But
We don't know
the
yet.
first time I do, the first time because it's in my head and I'm about to say it. I don't want to anymore, but I already started. When there was a model that was fired from his campaign on what I can't remember. It was like Come to Garrison or whatever, and he'd just been told that he was let go as like the face of it, but he had to go walk, and so he just like lit a cigarette and just threw it at like someone famous, and everyone was like, "Oh fuck!" They kicked him right out. Next year, he was booked on everything, and it was like, I
Oh,
think
good.
that's your moment.
Thank you. I actually like that story quite a bit.
Okay,
And you know what? I was wearing Comme des Garçons. Can
excellent
you
choice.
imagine? I bought this suit because they have small sizes. No, I don't have Instagram on my phone, but I was going to show you a picture of my sister presenting.
You're a good sister.
Oh, thank you.
Because it seems like she was pissed the fuck off that you didn't win the thing.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm going to make her night better now.
Yeah,
And
we
then-
were just, and she made my night better. She like really talked me through, and yeah, we were, yeah, she was also, yeah, we were really good to each other, and thank you for that. Because yeah, we did turn that night around because it was so fun with her, and then the whole rest of the night they had this huge gala that looks like literally out of Hunger Games. Like the pictures don't even do it justice. It was an Emmy award the size of a building in it. Like it was like, it felt like an Egyptian sphinx. Like it felt like how, like it's crazy how big this statue
What was it
is.
made out of?
Like probably like a
Metal?
plastic or
Oh,
a
okay.
plaster. I don't know. It was just, it looked like an Emmy, and they did a great job on it. By the way, whoever built that fucking thing in the middle of the room. And they had all the best chefs had like a little restaurant. You could have like whatever food. Like it literally was like a heaven. Like when you think of you could eat whatever. And then we were walking around. We were like the belle of the ball. Everybody, the Academy was coming up to us.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, and your sister Chaya. And oh my God, Robbie. Like it ended up being like, because I was honest about, I'll be happy for the winner tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let me lose today. Let me feel that. I don't immediately need to. I'm like, that sucks, and I got to feel in the suck. But we were with everyone, and we all made each other feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the winner of the losers that night because most people lose,
Right.
and we needed that outlet too.
It's has anybody else brought their sibling on stage, or their wife, or their spouse, or anybody?
I don't know. I don't think
feel like
so.
it's a
I don't
first.
know. But she was sitting right there. And it's like Maya Rudolph and Kristen Wiig and Ron Howard and all these people. And they put my sister right there. I said, she's here. I said, Chaya, like, I don't care about no one else. I care about my
Right.
family. I'm like, do you want to present at the Emmys?
That's so cool.
Why shouldn't she?
I hope that you have something planned for the next Emmy time you come
Well,
on.
I don't know if they'll have me back, but
They're having you back.
But let's rig it to have me win. You thought it was fun when I lost. You can't imagine. You can't imagine. If I win, we're going, we're champagne.
Yep.
I'm
White
going
towels,
crazy.
you're coming
Oh,
out
All
yeah.
robe.
9 siblings are coming up to present this shit.
Yes, I'd love to stack a stretch limousine. Let's get in.
You could get like, what was it? Oh no, it was the MTV Music Awards when. Remember all the things he said, all the things he
Oh
said?
yeah, that was a good song.
Then they had like 100 girls go on stage with white shirts. Is that the thing? Or am I thinking of some shady?
I think you're thinking Eminem. Well, the
Okay.
real Slim Shady, please
Okay, I
stand
remember
up.
that, but I feel
And
like
there's a
during
million
the
of us just like me who walk, and they were coming and who walk, talk, and act like me, and
but
they're
they didn't
wearing the
recreate
white
that with
shirt.
women, and it was like a bunch of women with like.
No, that feels like a very gay fantasy to have, like the girls in the school, like we were, you know what I mean?
I was like, we got one too. Remember when we got one?
yeah. Like it definitely was like Eminem was like hyper, and then you're like, oh, but it was fun when they had that song, you know, and all the girls were dancing.
Yeah,
Was
I
it
don't
not
mind
that?
my
And
delusion.
it might be that you could be wrong. I don't remember that, but that song made me gay. So yeah.
Really? All the things
that
you
was
said?
like all the things she said was maybe the first gay thing I ever heard or knew of.
And you know that they're sisters.
I did not know that.
It was, and like, I think
Bizarre,
because I think they were making out.
right?
Because now I don't think I remember things at all correctly about that time period. But
No.
I think they were, can you Google this? They were sisters and they were making out.
What was the name of the group?
T.A.T.u, right?
Yeah, T.A.T.u.
And I thought they were Russian. And
I thought they were Russian. I'm surprised
Okay.
if they're alive still. Like
I think they have
they're
kids.
doing that in Russia. I
think they live in America and have kids.
Oh, they do now.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, we need to get them refugee status. They can't be singing around like doing that in Russia. I mean,
Yeah.
like, come on, like,
you ever been?
guys. No. You have?
No, I'm afraid to, but I really want to. I really want to go to St. Petersburg.
I'd love to go to Moscow.
What do you
I
wanna
had
do
a
there?
friend who was so good looking, Artur, whose parents, he was so wealthy. The kind of wealth where the parents just abandon you and it's fine, it seems. His parents sent him to Montreal they bought a mansion,
Mhm.
and he lived there alone with his sister. Like, they sent the kids, his sister, like, he was in charge of his sister. She was like only 14. He was fully taking care of her. He was like 16, you know, and he was living in this mansion,
Mhm.
and he was stunning, and he was also such a good guy. And I just remember, like, this man has responsibilities.
Mhm.
Like, his sister's like at school, he's at school, and yeah, and he's from Moscow, and he went back like once a year to see his parents.
Oh.
But he was always telling me, like, if you're ever in Moscow. And I still think of that sometimes. I wonder if he could, like, he
You should
lives
hit
like
him
a
up.
prince in Moscow.
Hit him up.
He's like, it's stunning, it's gorgeous. And his house in Montreal was like an old man. It was like, it was insane that they just sent their kids to live like that and go to schools and just live independently.
I thought you were gonna be like, and I thought I liked him, and then T.A.T.u came on, and I was like, I'm a lesbian now.
No, he never, no, yeah, I don't know. We never had anything. I was probably gay by then.
T.A.T.u weren't sisters.
Oh, thank
They're
you.
not sisters.
Why does he make stuff up?
Well, no, it literally.
Why does he?
They were called. People thought they were sisters.
Okay,
though.
well, for the record, I
You
did
know
say
what?
I couldn't
Men
remember.
perverts wanted them to be sisters.
Yeah.
That's like a guy fantasy. It's like an imagine they were sisters. It's like every girl's like, ew, like I actually would rather not. Like now I can't even think of them. Now I can go back to think they're hot girls.
It is crazy. I do agree that is a man fantasy, but I'm like, then what business do I have making it up? You know, I don't win for that.
No, but you do, because it's still like this fantasy of a girl, just like the portrayal of girls. Like you want girls to be what you want them to be, like sexy and
Sisters,
fun and
incest.
sisters. Yeah, like I don't know. There's something like
I
gay
don't
men
think so.
also like to be around like girly girls, and like, oh, this is like, okay, they're like dirty.
I
Or
actually
something.
don't really relate to girly girls.
I'm putting you in this camp. You're a pervert. You created
I
this
am a
rumor.
pervert for sure.
You created this rumor. I don't know why. A gay man. I don't know why. And I'm trying, I'm trying to pathologize why it happened.
Uh-huh.
And you know, but you're not sharing.
Oh, you're a pervert and a liar.
Yes. Am I wrong?
Okay, why do I want them to be sisters? I think it's because I don't believe in PR, and I don't believe in I don't believe in any sort of propaganda. So
Yeah.
I go, something's wrong.
Yeah, well,
I go-
everything was wrong. They're in Russia. They're gay.
Yeah.
They're slutty. Like,
Are they still in Russia?
risked
Did
their
you figure that
lives
out?
for this song. No, they risked their lives for this song.
That's why it could be good. But are they in America now? Did they get refuge?
And then after that, will you go to my Instagram?
Yes.
Because I want to show real sisters not making out, presenting at the Emmys.
When did you know you were lesbian?
I only knew when I like met a girl. Like I didn't have thoughts as a child or anything like that.
And you had never met a girl before?
No, I met a lesbian. Like I only knew when I fell in love.
Oh, okay.
Like I think I was sexual as a teenager. You have it? Okay.
And then pull up the pictures you want and everything.
And
they are in America. T.A.T.u.
Yeah.
They are.
Yes.
Yeah, they have to. They can't be in Russia. Come on, guys.
Can you not be gay in Russia?
So this is us announcing Severance 1, first of all.
Shut up, Jake. Oh, incredible.
We can show that photo. But my sister
I
is
don't.
on with
Can
me.
you be gay in Russia? I know that there are gays in Russia.
I don't think you can.
I know that there are like gay underground bars.
No, of course.
And cool...
You are like gay. You know, there are gays. Can you
There's
openly
humans
be
there.
gay? No. Of
But I
course you're
didn't know
gay.
if it was like, because I think, like, was it like 2007 America, where like you just couldn't legally be gay, but like they still had gay bars?
No. I don't. No. They really.
Because
it's in fact illegal there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's in fact like no.
Like
You're in a
sodomy
work
laws are still
prison.
there.
No. You're going wherever Brittany Griner was sent. I'm telling you now.
okay.
You don't want to be in that.
Because in England,
I go to Russia, I'm in a summer dress. If I go to Russia, I got my piggy tails. I'm going. Nothing to see here. Nothing. I'm just visiting an old friend, Art.
I'm in love with Art.
Yeah,
He's my beard.
exactly. This is the moves.
Yeah, I often think about like, what if they dissolve my marriage, and I go like, I don't think I'll like get a beard.
No, I would be no. And it's like yeah.
I live in Texas. But that's what I was going to say about Russia, is when you look at Russia, you only hear the propaganda, all like the news, and you think like, oh, it must be like that. But then, you know, you hear about, you know, New York comics or, you know, LA comics talk about Austin, and they only see Joe Rogan, and they go, oh, it must all be like that. And you go, okay, well, there are gays here, and we have fun.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think everybody thinks all those things. I think we know that it's not only like that.
What?
I think everybody knows that Austin isn't just
One thing.
mothership. Yeah, it's
Right.
just like that gets a lot of attention. But I think, if you told us, so there's this whole other thing, I'd be like, yeah, I know, probably. Like,
Probably.
I don't know. I just don't think everybody thinks. We like to think that people have very siloed thoughts. But I think we all know that they probably don't think that's, you know, I don't know. It's easier for us to say everybody thinks this, but I think that's not true. I don't think we really think everybody thinks this.
But that's what I'm saying about Russia.
I know, but I agree with you that I would imagine that Russia isn't just that one prison place.
Yeah.
That there is a lot of nuance and everything.
I bet there's a really cool underground scene there.
Yes.
And I bet their parties are weird as shit, and I bet they're more fun than the parties we have here.
You know, how much more fun? Like, I don't need.
I don't need more fun either.
Yeah, like I'm just like, what's wrong with a party that you're like, I need to go like, I don't know, like.
For me, I don't need to dress up and do all those things, but I like to go to a party where everybody's weird as shit and like dressed in weird, like Berghain. I went in like this regular. I just went a regular.
What is this?
It's the dance rave club, like in Berlin. You been to
Oh, I
Berlin?
don't know. I don't.
Okay,
I would not go to a rave. It's too late.
it's all day.
Oh, it's all day.
It's
Okay, well,
unfortunately
then I'm
they're
definitely not
actually
going.
partying to like into the next day,
No,
and then
not
for
me.
several days.
I like a 3-4 hour party.
I feel like it would be more fun because the stakes are higher. You know what I mean? Of like, we're not supposed to be doing this, but fuck it, we're doing it.
Feels like
Yeah.
high school. Feels like a high school party.
Exactly, where
Like,
it's
this
like,
party
we're
sucks.
not allowed to be drinking, but fuck it, we're doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's why cheating feels good. I have an open marriage, so I can't possibly cheat
Yeah.
because it's fun.
But you'll find a way to.
I've
I can't possibly, like, you know, they're always like, they need to do the taboo shit. Like, being good doesn't feel good.
No, I love to be a good boy. Like, that's my favorite thing of like, you're doing such a good job.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying you'll find a way to cheat even in an open marriage.
Well, I definitely have. There's a couple of. Yeah, you're right. You're picking
Yeah.
up on everything.
Yeah. Like you'll find a way to like not share something. Like your rule is tell everyone, but it's like, oh, I didn't tell him that I'm also with his brother or something like, they find like a more sick thing to do.
The
The
gays.
gay men.
Yeah.
Well, dykes
They
aren't
really
doing this.
do.
I'm not even looking.
You're not even looking.
I don't even open my eyes to anyone else. We live like monks. We're so focused.
You
on
guys
each
don't.
other
You
that
guys don't
there's-
go like, oh, we like her. She
No,
has great.
never.
Oh, I love the way
Never.
that her.
Never.
Because it doesn't occur to you, or because you
Yeah, it
don't
doesn't.
want to bring that energy to your partner.
Both. It barely occurs to me. If it does, I let it. I'm very comfortable. Let's say there's temptation, like you're talking about, or whatever. I grew up limiting temptation. I grew up kosher.
Yep.
So when we grew up very strictly kosher, which in the neighborhoods that I grew up in, we had a lot of diversity, Sri Lankans, a lot of black kids. It was like Jews, black families, Sri Lankan and Indian families.
You did hit both.
A lot
of
of
those
Asian
twice.
families. Like we grew up totally where nobody's kosher.
Right.
They have their own dietary, but everybody had their own kind of diets where I grew up. Like there was different restaurants, and I liked everybody else's food or the smell of it.
Oh yeah.
Or you're walking by these restaurants and curry and just, I don't know. To me, it was like, and a lot of the black kids had Happy Meals.
McDonald's.
After
Did you say
school
you worked
that
at McDonald's?
that they would get. Yeah, I worked at McDonald's. This was my first
Were
job.
you allowed to eat?
I ate there every single day.
Yeah.
And it was excellent. It was really that good. And I always wanted a Happy Meal. They always look, their parents would pick them up and they would get, and I'm like, I want to be happy. Like, what I mean?
It's in the name.
I can't be happy. And it was in a little house. Like the thing was in a house. And, but I did get very good at, okay, some kids, and they looked happy walking back home. Obviously school's out. It's always exciting. But they always, they were like eating from it. And the smell, I would smell that McDonald's and I would just, if I could get a nugget, it's all I wanted as a kid. But then that smell would, it would waft by. And then my mother would scream, that the stew is ready or whatever, dinner is ready. And I didn't like what she made, even though she made it every day. She cooked. Now I love it. Well, you want like packaged foods and processed foods when you're a kid. You don't want like my mother like cut this meat by hand and cut the potatoes and made the stew.
Yeah.
And
It's very opposite.
But
of
then
how I feel now.
after I ate, I was full. Let's say I didn't love it. Okay, I'm satiated. I'm, going off to do my homework or whatever, but I'm like full. So I'm not thinking about the McDonald's anymore. I'm very comfortable to let a temptation go by and be sat like.
Are you still
and I'm
kosher?
not thinking about it. I don't like let my mind doesn't go there. No, I'm not kosher.
But hear about this. Same thing. You're not kosher anymore. I know you have the mechanisms to resist temptation.
Yeah.
But Happy Meal, stranger's tits. And you can enjoy those stranger's tits with your wife or girlfriend.
I don't even the physical.
Happy Meal.
The physical isn't that much for me. It's a ton. I mean, my wife is beautiful, but I don't think I would ever look at tits and be like, I need those tits. Like it would be about the girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never like, it would be like, I would have to like really engage in conversation and really see like if we're getting like, it would take a lot longer. Like I would have to invest to like to want to be like, I don't just like see and want like that. I like to get to know, or I do see and want. I mean, it happened with Gabby in a way, but right away our banter was also, it was more than just seeing and wanting. It was right away. There was a vibe. And I don't think I would engage with somebody else like that.
Do you find yourself being impulsive in other ways?
No.
Like, okay, like the you're going to the grocery store, you're checking out. None of those things interest you. You don't even look.
I do look at the grocery store, but I end up typically with the same things. But I'm like, oh, okay.
Have you ever been to Target?
Or I'm always
Costco?
looking like, well, are they going to sell the wasabi piece separately? Is it in this big mix? I wish they would have them in their own. And I'll put, I like the mix, but I want more wasabi peas in the mix. You know, so I look for things like that. That was like on my latest thing. I bought the mix that they had, the rice snacks. They're these Asian rice snacks that are like have different shapes and stuff. Okay. And there's wasabi peas in it, but maybe it's 10% wasabi peas. I'd like 30-40%.
And they
so
don't sell
I
that.
look if they could have it separate, and then I could mix it in and make my own version of this.
I think that
But
that is...
that would be something new. But I buy things and stuff like that. But I research, if I'm thinking of a new car, that's a 2-3 year project of research.
Really?
Anything I buy on Amazon, I'm comparing reviews. I mean, I'm not.
Are you doing spontaneous trips? Gabby comes in, she goes, "Oh, we're going to go do this today." You go, "Oh, you should have told me yesterday."
I do all of that.
Because you love her.
No, but I'll think of, we'll go to the beach or something. But I don't consider that impulsive enough. Like,
okay.
I live my life fully, but I don't consider that impulsive. I've impulsively shopped before, I suppose. Like, but I've known, like, I really love that thing for a while. And now I have the money to do it. I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
Like, I don't, like, punish myself. Like, I'm like, if I really like, this backpack for a long time and now I have the money to do it. Okay, Rob, we're getting it.
Wow.
But I already low-key have been eyeing it for some time.
I go, should I start playing piano? I bought a piano.
Oh, no.
And now it's in my shame room of other projects I've started. And I don't go in that room anymore because every time I see the piano, I go, "You
rarely
don't
do
finish
that.
anything."
It's not like I've never had impulsivity, but it's, and I'm very spontaneous and very in the moment, for instance, but not with like a purchase necessarily, unless it's like, I mean, am I spontaneous? We did get married in Vegas last minute.
Yep.
But it didn't feel it's spontaneous to so many people, but I'm like, oh yeah, I know I want to be married. Like, I don't know, it felt thought out.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, it's like, I know myself, I know this, these are years long thoughts about myself and what I want and what, and it feels right. Like, I don't know, it can seem impulsive, but really it's took years to get to that point.
Wow, I'm again the complete opposite, but my husband, I think, is you. Mm-hmm. Also, he's one of your wife's biggest fans. And so he told me I have to tell you that. So
isn't she unreal?
Unreal.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, is it impulsive to marry Gabby Windy? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you do it.
You kind of got to do it. Like, that's one of those things. It's like, I don't think that's impulsive. I think that's a wise. I think that is your whole life. You're thinking maybe you'll meet somebody like that and get to marry.
Yeah.
So by the time it happens, you go, oh, I've been dreaming about this for 20 years now. It's fantastic.
You're right. That doesn't feel spontaneous.
It doesn't feel spontaneous, or it feels fun, and it feels absolutely.
Yeah, like season the moment.
There couldn't be something smarter. Like, this is the smartest thing you could do.
Mm-hmm. And did you date a lot before her?
Yes, I've dated. We're
you
both
yelling,
in our 30s.
I've given 6 blowjobs.
No, I'm just saying, like, getting married in
blowjobs.
your
Very
30s
funny.
is a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
Because, you've had experience. You've had, we're also, like, not fully starting out. Like, we're in our lives. We get to be ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
The scarcity has dissipated a little bit. We can think a little more clearly.
Mm-hmm.
On the emotional side of things. When you're just in survival mode and trying to make money and trying to just keep heats and whatever, but now it's like in your 30s. I had relationships through my 20s. I mean, you asked me when I came out, at 17, 18, when I met that girl, I fell in love for the first time. That's when I knew I was gay. But I was.
But did you go back in the closet? Sorry, last night you were yelling, "I've given 6 blowjobs," which made me laugh so hard.
Yes,
I think you said benevolent, and I loved that word.
I did want to make sure I was gay, kind of like, when you're reviewing on Amazon, you're looking at the reviews. So after that relationship, I did sleep with one of my good friends, because he was like, "We should have sex," and I was like, "You know what? You're right." Because it's good to, it's just.
Can you unpack that a little bit?
So he was always in love with me. And I had this girlfriend, but then we broke up, and I was 21, and we went to New York. See, spontaneous. He was rich, and he was like, I could get my father's car and we can drive to New York, which is like 9 hours from Montreal, and we could study for exams there. And we studied a lot. He was very, very smart. That's how I met him at school. And yeah, he took me to New York. We went to New York. We had such a great time. I really wanted to see Billy Elliot, the play.
Yeah.
And I loved the movie Billy Elliot.
Same.
My sister Chaya, again, introduced me to that unbelievable movie. And it was on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
Elton John music, the whole bit. And he took us to see it. I was so excited. And he had a friend who worked at like one of these banks, like a Merrill Lynch or Bank of America, who was like a little older than us, but had like lived in Trump Tower and worked at the bank 20 hours a day and one of these jobs. And he took us to t.A.T.u, I believe.
Yep.
We got, $20 drinks. I didn't pay for anything. And I was enjoying my drink. I was just having like one of the richest nights of my life. Like I'm seeing this play Broadway.
New York. Yeah.
We're back in New York, but I'm rich here.
Yeah.
We're at the Hyatt, right by the park, like a real hotel. Hotel, drinks at t.A.T.u, the play. In fact, I bought the poster from the play. He bought the poster. And then I was at t.A.T.u. I realized I forgot the poster under my seat. I'm going to kill myself. I went to see this play. I'm not even going to have it for my apartment, this poster. The official poster, which I gave away and I wish I kept. But anyway, he ran back. He got it for me. Comes back to the restaurant. I was so happy. And then we were going in the cab back to the Hyatt and he goes, we should have sex. And I said, you know what? You're right. And as soon as we got...
So it wasn't this like, I'm considering being a lesbian. I was just in a relationship. I need
we
to
always
test
were
it out.
flirtatious a bit, me and him. But I can be flirtatious.
Okay.
And men read that we're already having, like, he's like, we have So we go to the room and he's naked in 2 seconds. Like I get out of the bathroom. He's like standing there. I'm like, you know what? I'm really unattracted actually. So I call the whole thing off. I'm like, I'm very unattracted. And he's like, okay, we don't have
unattracted to
him.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you said that nicer?
I could have, but
everything's very straightforward. We should have sex. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should.
Unattracted.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
Because you know what? It was at the speed in which he was fully naked and standing there. He could have done that better too.
Okay.
Like nobody just needs and he's very skinny and tall. Nobody just needs like a skeleton just standing there naked.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he was just standing in the room.
You're right.
Obviously we were both 21, so we don't have the greatest sense about this. But I'm like, you know what? Forget the whole thing. Get dressed. I'm sick. And then, yeah. And then, so he's like, okay, we could go into, so we go into bed and we go to sleep. And then in the morning I wake up, I realize, no, I should still have sex with him. Like I should really make sure if I'm going to do this gay thing, it's horrible. So I wake him up. I'm like, we should have sex. He's ready. He's right away on top of me. He's like, oh, of course. Okay. And then he's like going in me a little bit. I remember the condom was small on his penis. Like it only went to, like it was like squeeze. Like I thought it should go all the way down.
It should. Maybe. How big was his dick?
I guess his penis was
pretty big.
Was large, but there was also hair on the bottom of his penis, not the balls, on the penis. So I said to him, that really threw me off. I didn't like that. And and he was like, I'll fix that. And then
Did you make him shave?
no, he didn't do it then, but the next he had that week.
Like mid-session.
Yeah. No, it was no, because it was, and he was going in me a little bit, but I was extremely I couldn't take his penis, obviously. But then what caught me was like he was over me and his hair in his armpits. I was like, I was like, you got to get off of me. I can't with the hair armpit. I think hair was a big issue for me, the amount that he had. And I know straight women love that many times. So there were signs that, okay, I'm doing this, but and a poor thing, but I probably am, And I was like, forget it. So I'm like, so he maybe had 2 or 3 half pumps in me.
Okay.
And I didn't want him to go past. Anyway, he couldn't, but wear the condom. I was like, I don't want the hairs.
Yeah.
I don't need anything. I don't know. In any event, so maybe 2 or 3 pumps. I'm like, you know what? Get off of me. I'm changing my mind again. I'm changing my mind. So he gets off me. We wake up in the morning. He's like, we have an undeniable sexual chemistry. He sits me down. He's like, I want to be honest with you. We have an undeniable sexual chemistry.
And were you able
and
to
I'm
deny?
like, are you retarded? Like, were you there last night? Like, what? It had to be. And he was like, no. And he's like, I spoke to my father. He agreed. I'm like, why are we telling people?
What is father? How does his father have a read?
No, he's like best friends with his father. And then I had to go for lunch with his family. His family was in New York at the same time. They were like flying in for the day. I don't even know. And then we're like sitting and his father's like, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But then I did think, I spoke to my sister Chai and she's like, of course you're not going to like it the first time. You have to do it a bunch. So I was like, okay, we have to have sex more.
That's what I recommend too.
Yeah. So, but it never got there. And I gave him probably 5 blowjobs and never to completion. But the 6th blowjob I gave was to this guy, Kent, who was half Trinidadian, half Jewish, that I met at my camp. And he was the hottest guy at the camp. He was like summer camp.
Sorry,
No.
I just his timeline.
No, so this is a little bit before.
Before, okay, great.
This I'm like 16.
Okay.
And he was like 22, 23. So we
Not
weren't allowed
great.
to hook up at camp because he was staff and I was
Underage.
I was underage, yeah. So he was never, we flirted, but he never did anything. Then after camp, I decided to get together with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was we were at his apartment and he had that lesbian poster, actually, the Kiss. It's 2 girls in black and white. They're wearing like little like white tank tops or t-shirts and underwear. And it says Kiss. It's a very famous poster, or maybe I remember.
Do you know what
it
I'm
famously.
talking about?
No.
I think I do know what you're talking about.
So anyway, look up Kiss lesbian poster. Like black and white, because you'll get the band Kiss, but it's not that. And I remember he had his apartment and he had colognes on his, I remember seeing as I'm giving him a blow. That's the poster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he had this hanging.
My friend had that in his room.
Yeah. So see, it's another, this is a straight man. So he had that poster. So that poster was on one side. And the other side, he had so many colognes. I remember thinking, why does he have all these colognes? And then there was also a clock radio. And his penis was very large.
Trinidad.
I suppose. He was stunning, this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like hideous at the time. Like I was like a kid who I had nothing good clothes wise. I had nothing. And he
Were you in your
liked
shacks?
me.
Sorry.
What?
Were you in your shacks?
Like I could have been in my shacks.
Okay.
Okay. And he's like literally the hottest guy at camp.
Uh-huh.
But it's because I didn't give a fuck that these guys, like I guess,
Right.
like they like not to be give the fuck about.
Mm-hmm. The takeaway.
So I'm like on his penis, but his penis was so like large, the head, like I could only put my mouth on the head.
Yeah.
And I still don't know how women or men are able to fully put the penis in the mouth.
Well, not that size.
Okay. Yeah. So I was just on the
not
head.
that size, or you have a bigger mouth.
Yeah. So I was just doing the head. And he was like, oh, you're doing great. And he was, again, very encouraging. I've only been with great guys. By the way, shout out to the guys. Only lovely, lovely men.
Oh,
besides him
you're
being a
doing
pedophile,
great.
in hindsight. But
good point.
yeah, besides him being
Forgot about that.
Still, minus that. But so I was on his penis a little bit, and I was like, you know what, this is not going to work. It's too big, and I'm not going any deeper. And he was kind of like, oh no, you're doing great. But I could see the clock rate. I'm like, you know what, if I get up now, I can make the next bus. I knew the bus schedule like the back of my hand. I'm like, I could make I think it must have been like 6 o'clock. And I'm like, I could make the 6:13 bus. If I don't make 6:13, it's a half hour later. It's like in the 40. It's like 6:45 bus.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta make this 6:30. And so I remember, maybe it was 4:00, 4:13. I think it was actually the afternoon that we were at his house. And I was like, no, I'm done. He's like, you're doing great. And he's like, what do you mean you're done? And I'm like, no, I gotta get the bus. The bus is coming in 7. If I get dressed right now, I can make the bus. And he's like, what? Like, no, stay. You're doing great. And I'm like, sorry, I gotta go.
But you're
and
doing
I right
so
away,
good.
like I was dressed in 3 seconds for full winter in Montreal. Like I'm in like a parka. And I remember like sitting on the bus, like I was giving head. And then I remember looking at his apartment building from the bus. I'm like, I made the bus. I remember being so happy that I made the bus. And then I went home and I never saw him again.
Yeah.
I just never picked up his calls or anything.
I feel like we are wrapping up, but was that a Jewish camp?
Yes, he was. Yeah, it was a Jewish camp, but we had non-Jews. You know, you could go there. It was a Jewish camp, but you could go there if if you were not Jewish or wanted, he was half Jewish.
Okay.
So we had a bunch of half Jewish people or people who lived in the Jewish community or whatever.
Didn't do blood tests, but I was wondering more like the rumors around Jewish summer camps is that they're just sex everywhere.
Very sexual.
Everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's just like teenagers aren't discouraged from being like, if you're like having flirty thoughts.
There's no like you're going to hell.
There's no like shame around sex.
Even
it's not like like boys and girls sleep separate and the whole thing, but it's not like, and you can get in trouble for hooking up or whatever, but you're not like you did a wrong thing. It's never that.
Was it?
Of course, with staff and kids, like he would,
course.
And so he was, at camp, I only flirted with him. He never indicated to me that, but as a kid, I'm allowed to flirt with whoever,
Was there delineation between straight and like were there other lesbians hooking up?
No.
Because you didn't see one. So
No, that wasn't a thing, but I'm sure it happened occasionally.
Do you remember the first lesbian idea? Like for me, it was Just Jack on Will and Grace. I remember like, that's gay, huh? Not
I was
me.
a little young on that show, but the T.A.T.u, I remember. I think the first gay thing really is what you brought up, that T.A.T.u song.
Really?
Yes. And it turned me on in a way that I didn't even articulate back then. I just listened to it over and over and over, and I watched the video, but I still was like giving hand jobs and being sexually curious with boys.
In my head, it lived as, that guy's really cool. At 0 point did I ever go like, oh, I'm sexually attracted to that guy. He's hot. I went, oh, God, he has everything I want. Nice lips. Like, it didn't ever click until
right, exactly. I hear that.
Cabo and 20 shots deep and blackout and then wake up naked with a man.
Wow.
But that's been that. Thank you for coming on.
Thank
we
you
only
for
have
having
one
me.
segment. It's a famous segment. Are you okay with that?
Let's hear it.
It's do you have any questions for me? It comes across much funnier with Dylan and I. This comes across like a little bit meaner.
Do I have any questions for you?
It's just
the
a
answer
segment.
is no, I don't.
No worries. You don't have to. That's the segment. Do you have anything coming up you want to plug?
Yeah, I got my first Netflix special.
Congratulations.
Coming out in December. I don't even know what to say. It's I feel even awkward still saying it because it's just so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it honestly makes me religious. I'm like, look at God. I understand when you get stuff why you go like, this has to be something else because it's so lucky. So my first Netflix special coming out in December. I can't say much more than that, but thank you to everyone, and yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you, Jake. You have anything you want to plug?
No, just thanks for having me on.
Hey, no worries. And thank you for being here, Irene.
Robby Hoffman on Instagram. That's pretty much it.
All the links below. Well, that's been that. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll be back on...
Wait, I could also say my podcast.
You could say whatever you wanted.
My podcast, The Too Far Pod, the New York Times calls Addictive, is now Patreon only. Thank you to all of our subscribers. We got to be Patreon due to my language occasionally. And and we're able to say a little bit more. So we're on Patreon only now.
Okay.
After getting in trouble on YouTube, we just decided to go full balls to the wall on Patreon.
We've just decided that we're not going to be monetized on YouTube, and
Oh,
we just say
really?
whatever the fuck we want.
Mm.
We also have a Patreon if you guys haven't checked that out. Oh, do you want to do something? And it feels crazy, but sometimes I have our guests, and you can say, again, feel free to say no. We have a Discord, and the people in our Discord post dick pics, and they want us to rate one dick pic
Okay,
of the
I'll
week.
do that. I actually am very good at that because I'll be honest. Right? With the hair on his shaft, which he did fix. And by the way, he fixed it better for the next girl.
Yeah.
Right? Did I not help him? Girls, if you have hair on the shaft, no problem. It happens, but there's solutions.
So this is the latest one. If you scroll down, feel free to comment. They love it when you say their name.
Okay, this one I don't understand. I guess it's in the pants.
It's in the pants. It's him just while driving. I haven't had
No.
all these, man.
I don't like this one.
Which one?
No. You know what? I like the one in the pants the best. Okay, gray cobalt.
Gray cobalt.
Yes, keep it in the pants. Looks best in the pants. I would say that.
Dick pic of the week, Gray Cobalt. If you guys want to join the Discord, it's a lot of fun over there. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you again for coming, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you.
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is
Here to drag out horse.